After all, I'm Spider-Man.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here with another video, here talking your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I just finished the 2-episode finale, and I wanted to give you my quick thoughts on the series, well, the season 1 as a whole. So without further ado, let's get right into my review. So first things first, like I said in my initial thoughts video when the first 2 episodes were released, I thought Peter Parker was charming. A very charming version of Peter Parker. I think they handled his character pretty well, but what I think carried the show was the relationships between Peter and his friends, Aunt May and Norman Osborn, all that. I think they handled that stuff really well, and I think that's what carried the show. But another thing I thought carried the show was the duality between Lonnie and Peter as they were going on their own separate journeys, and I think that's what carried the show too, as we see the progression of what Lonnie will eventually become, and Peter finally becoming Spider-Man, the real Spider-Man, at the end of the series. Well, the end of the season was really good. One thing I didn't really get to say in my initial thoughts video was how much I really liked the new intro, giving it the spin on the original Spider-Man theme and throwing a rap into it. I know some people might be thinking that, oh, that's more Miles than it is Peter, but nonetheless, I really like this theme. I really dig it. It's probably in the top 5 best Spider-Man themes, I think. But not only that, can we talk about that new suit towards the end of the season? That OG Spider-Man suit. I love it. It looks great. I love the design. It just pops. But speaking on Peter's relationships, seeing the 2 Steve Ditko characters working together side by side, having some type of rapport, was great. Of having Doctor Strange and Spider-Man stand side by side on screen, I thought it was great. I know we got that in Infinity War, but it was just nice to see that rapport on screen in animation. It was great. Now, I can be honest, the show took a little of a slower pace in the first 2 to 3 episodes, I would say, getting going, and once we got to like 4 and 5, I will say that's where it hooked me. That's why I stayed on. I usually like to say by the 3rd episode, if you don't have me, I usually dive off, but I stuck through it through episode 3 because it started getting interesting, and then it just took off for me. I really liked that. Animation is still something that still feels like it needs to be, reworked. I will say, like, going through the show as we got more towards the second half of this first season, it did seem a little bit more fluid. I still think we can rework some stuff there. And even though I like some of the different takes they're doing, something with the origin story here, interesting, but also like, I don't know how I feel about that. But nonetheless, I do think there was more positives in this first season than there are negatives. We did get a lot of setup at the end there. I mean, like a lot of setup for what could be happening in season 2. So I'm looking forward to it. There's a couple things we can polish up there, but I think this was a solid first season of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and it's a solid show. I will say it is up there as the top Spider-Man cartoons. I would say like the 90s animated series, Spectacular Spider-Man, and your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, along with Spider-Man and Your Amazing Friends with Firestar and Iceman. But those are, I think, are the echelon when it comes to Spider-Man cartoons, because those last 2, Ultimate Spider-Man and Marvel Spider-Man, don't really do it for me. But I think that Marvel finally got it right with this rendition of Spider-Man. But those are my thoughts. What do you think? Comment below. Let me know. And as always, enjoy my thoughts. Make sure you like, subscribe, and don't forget to scribble that notification bell until notified when I upload a video. But until my next video, I will catch you guys later.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through,